preparing. I hope we don't crash. Hello guys, I guess we are live. Welcome to I don't know, it's number 5. Let's talk Signum number 5.
Yeah, Mambo number 5.
Yes, we will start like always by giving away a few NFTs. Give me these several seconds. I will share my screen. So this is Roman's, how to call it, Habbat. It is from his collections of hard disk miner club. He is one of, I guess, one of biggest creator of Signum art.
He is. He's definitely he is.
This is lucky tweets. Sadly, we just added it a few hours before stream, so we have only 5 retweets. I selected one of this was me, so it's 4 persons. And the lucky one is Alfred Massabom. Congrats.
Is that Roger?
Next one.
That's Roger.
That's
it's
Roger?
No, I think so.
Oh.
No, it's another one. No.
No. It's Roger. I think it's name Roger. What?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Next one, I will show a cool website from iPro. He is from Caribbean islands. I don't know how to say his
Dominican Republic.
Dominican
Yeah.
Republic. Here you can see crypto converter calculator. You can convert the price of different currencies here. You can add tokens. So, I mean, you can add Signum native tokens or any other cryptocurrency. I don't know. You can try. BTC Bitcoin. It's here. BTFG cake. Monero to LMSC. LMSC is our native token, and you can use this calculator. Next one is mining calculator. Here you can look, have an estimate of your possible revenues from mining Signum. Let's say 10 terabytes, and you can see. Next one is Signum commitment station. Here you, by using your XT extension for web browsers to commit or to revoke commitment from your accounts.
Click it. Next you don't have to confirm it. Just show it.
No. Admit. Okay. I will click it. Add commitments. Signum 1000 for my accounts. Okay, I cancel. I do not mind with this account. So
that's okay. No, it's okay. Totally. Just like to show that popping up something. Yeah.
Yes, that is very simple. Just few clicks, 1 click, 2 clicks, and that's all. Next one is node checkers. You can check your node or any other public node. Other thing is linked to our Signum ecosystem. I don't know why it is linked here, probably because he did this documentation, I guess. Here you can find very interesting stuff about Signum. Okay, now we can start our main presentations. We have Deleterium. I don't know. I need to quit my sharing. I don't know. Let's introduce maybe ourselves. I'm Shefas. I'm from Lithuania. I'm North Europe, and the next one is Deleterium.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm from Brazil. I'm a mechanical engineer, but I'm a Signum lover and some developer.
Some developer. It's an understatement. Yeah. You're the creator of the Smart C compiler. I mean, that's a huge thing. I think so. Don't be so humble.
Yeah, and the next one is Hager. It's also a good developer.
Yeah, mostly application engineer, kind of that stuff. Yeah, creator of some of the wallets we are using right now. Yeah, that's understatement also. Creator of Signum.js on SDK and all this stuff. And on the other side is from South Africa, Alistair. What's up?
Sorry, Alistair, we don't hear you. Alistair is from South Africa. You can see his presentation from last week on our YouTube channel.
Mark, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
yes, we can.
That's good.
It was on my headphone, Mark. Yeah, I'm a humble farmer from South Africa, and I like farming crypto as well. Call it mining, but I like to call it farming. And yeah, I'm just here for the fun.
Okay, that's okay. Well,
yeah,
let's head over to
If you are here for the fun, you will like the games in Signum blockchain. The game I developed, the Stellar Duel. I will split screen. No, I mean share screen.
Yeah.
So, just a minute.
Yeah, we are seeing.
Seeing. This is a old school game that I developed. That the best thing I could make it to try a multiplayer game that was entirely on blockchain. We have here the page, the front end page, but it's also possible to play only in the blockchain. This is a very interesting feature about this game.
It's a decentralized game.
Decentralized game. And I will show you how to play very briefly. So I'll just pretend that I'm a Roger. I know this is the Roger account, and I will simulate I'm a Roger. We link the account, and then in the space yard, we can check the fleet, because this game is a game where you can choose your squadron to battle against other people. So many other players can join, and you can fight with against them to be the best man, or let's say in the best player of the game. You can be on the high reputation here, just like Roger. Roger has 100 plus victories here.
No, that's not me.
And Roger has played this game some blocks ago. But just for fun, right?
Of course.
And the different space or the different battleships you can choose. There are some options here where you can check let me see, where is it? Here down, where you can check the special features of each one to build up your better to build your squad. On
So
the
there is,
command.
So sorry, there is 5 types of battleships, and they fight with each others.
Yes, because the fight is random. You cannot choose the opponent player, but every 7 hours or so, we have a new stellar day that what's I call a new round of the game, and 2 players are picked at random to make a battle. Like this in the archives, we can check that this was the latest, the last battle here was Roger against I think this is a Forex Zone account, and it's a very simple game. If you can check the results of the battles, you can check here the 244 versus the 012, and you can simulate this battle, the 244 against the 012. So you can start and you can step. This is like a turn game in this simulation, because we have the timing. Every battleship has a different timing to make this the attack against the opponent, and then you can check what is going on every minute. Like on first minute the enemy attacked, then the second minute, and then you can check until the finish, and you can check after all these movements the player has the victory. I mean, this the player is the first one, or I mean Roger. We have this 5 types of battleships. So we have many battles that we can have during this game, because we have this squad 000, 001. We have 35 options to choose the squads. So there is a total of 630 combinations of possible battles that can be in the game. So it's not possible to make just one squad and beat all. You must pick wisely to be the best one to beat the other opponents. So then you can come here. You can check the squads, then build your table and change your squad. And then the opponents can check that you changed your squad, and this will make a loop where every movement makes another movement from other players. In the Discord channel in Smart C compiler, I have here a boot that makes this detection of the changes that users, the players made, or even the battles that ended. So we can check here, or just the last ones. We can check that this is you, Chefas, the SF. So today, just minutes ago, he changed the squad to another one. And we have the options for the front end page, and we can make it very old school game. So you can check that this is like some 80s or it started at 90s. Then you can play just like a very old, very old school game, the first of the games, because even the first computer was built, some people started to make the first game.
Yeah, bro, I remember like those text adventure games, like what's it called?
Exactly.
Like Myst, where you type in, go left, head north, go right, that sort of thing. Reminds me of that. Ultima. Can you remember Ultima?
No, I didn't play at that time because my father didn't allow me to use the
Because it was only 5 years ago.
Oh, bro, it's a hard knock life. At least you had a dad, dude. Like my father wasn't around.
Yeah, but Alistair, I remember that kind of games like C64 or even C16. It was my first computer when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I mean, that's something. Yeah, I remember that. Later, Ultima was much more
Later.
sophisticated, more graphical and all this stuff. Yeah, but I remember that. Yeah, it's kind of that. I like that very much. As a front-end guy, I saw that, and the first thing I looked was like, what is the CSS lib library that he's using behind that? And I'm just thinking about where I can use that. I like that old school style because it remembers me, I don't know, old times.
I talked in GitHub with the creator of this lib, and I gave him the idea to have a showcase where people can show
He added
the
that. I think he
yes,
added that already. Yeah.
yes.
Yep. I saw
Here
that.
in the wiki of this library, this I think TSS no CSSTUY
Yep. Yep.
the name.
Yep. Very nice. I like it.
Yeah, this is my attempts in the Signum here was to make some at the start I started to make some tools like the Hive the Tumblr and the Hall of RS address.
This I don't know.
No?
I know the other ones. Yeah, I know the other ones, Epicycle
Yeah.
and the Tumblr and all this stuff, but can't remember that. And there was the other one that where you have these NFTs like for the keywords of the Smart C compiler, which I liked very much. I think I got the best word, void.
Yeah, you are owner of one, and you receive daily payments from the dividends.
Yeah, I do.
Or owner of the void.
Of void. Yeah, I'm owner of the void. That's cool. Awesome. Yeah, I like that very much.
Yeah, and then I started to develop more games, and then I developed the Stellar Duel and then the Mining game that are more focused in gaming on blockchain.
Yeah, that's cool. D games, it's a new category. The apps and D games. I like that very much. Do you have more projects coming up? Do you think about more ideas? I mean, the most recent one is the mining game, TMG, but
yes, me and PRR, Pirate Radio. Yeah, we are working to make one another simple game on the blockchain, but still we still have some problems to solve before to debate this to the big audience.
I saw that, but I cannot say anything because I'm not allowed to. He just posted me today. He said that. By the way, I will help you on the integration with the wallet. Oh, you can do also because you did this already. Because I don't have any starter template for the XT wallet integration for vanilla. And just like the React.
Yeah, I have this implementation that I did in Stellar Duel, and it is mostly the same that I do in also. I just get using the API. I just get the variables and work this inside my JavaScript and use it. Just simple. I try my best to keep the code simple.
Okay, guys, let's move forward. I want to give away another NFT. Now I will give some tasks to do for people to have it. Here is GitHub. I think most people know, but maybe some didn't know. It is like Facebook for developers. I don't know. Maybe.
It's a Tinder for developers.
I can say it's a social network for coding people, people who code. I will Signum. Here you can follow people. You can see that I follow Oliver, Deleterium, and I recommend to follow them too. I will show our main Signum network. Here you see Deleteriums. I don't see our main.
That's weird. Should be the organization, to be honest. I'll make it Signum minus network. I think that's the name. He's splitting up. Yeah.
Okay,
Mine should
right.
go there. There is,
Yeah,
you see that start.
Yeah.
On this
Here you can see our Signum network organization. Here you can see all official, I can say, official software. Here is Signum node. It is where blockchain lives, and you can here see where you can sponsor press and give your dollar. I don't know, it's enabled or not.
I think it is.
Where I can put hertz. I don't see.
What do you mean? Ah, the stars. It's not a heart. It's the star.
Yes,
it's not the right one.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Star that. Yeah.
Please.
So sponsorship is something.
GitHub.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Put,
it's like it, and subscribe our repository on GitHub.
Here you can see Smart J. It is library. I know. No, it is
no. Smart J is
smart
the smart contract compiler for Java syntax contracts.
Yes, if you want to write smart contract with Java, it is place to go here.
Yeah.
Next one is Signum J. It is a library to communicate with Node if you use Java for your apps. Here is Signum JS. It is for JavaScript guys.
And TypeScript. And it's even for Node.js and for web. It's like we call this isomorphic. So it works on backend and frontend also.
Here you can see Signum XT wallet. It is a browser extension. It's probably most user-friendly stuff now. I guess.
There's there's still missing the Smart C stuff, which is still on Deleterium, but we should someday migrate it over to the official one. It's big. I like it.
Thank you guys.
If you want,
here you can see Signum improvement proposals. You can propose stuff to add or remove, or I don't know, whatever to do.
Yep, these are mostly just like comment on that. It's more related to the protocol itself. So these are improvement proposals for the protocol itself, usually.
And most important for regular users, there are issues. Like you can see code, and there are issues, and you can create some kind of proposal if you find some bug, or if you have some kind of idea, you can write such, and developers will see. Like I say, it's social network, and it's people who code, who know stuff, will watch first here, later on other communications channels like Discord or other. Here I created issue. Here you can see your first temporary feed for Let's Talk 5, not an issue. You can go here and leave comment with your address. The first person who will leave address will get this hard disk phone soft. NFT. It is not for people who are now participating at the stream, I will say.
Okay. I want that. How do I?
This is from me all.
Okay.
Now I don't know who wants, Alistair, maybe you want to present? And we will leave some code for Oliver.
Yeah, okay. I'm busy waiting for a video to upload here. I've put a small video together, but the line's a bit slow. So I don't know if our hanger wants to take over.
Okay, so let's move for Oliver.
Yep.
Oliver, what you will show?
Oh yeah. Just first of all, so we're working on a lot of things. I mean, I'm kind of repeating myself since more intensively since the beginning of this year, a little bit before of that. And there is one of these strategies. We have one of our biggest problem is the adoption. I mean, not only it's not only our problem; it's the problem of many other blockchain projects. And so we need to think about how we can make it better. And this is not just like, you have to do this action and then all is fine. What you have to do is like, you have to address various people to make the network grow. And for my part, as I'm more like developer, I understand better the needs of developers, and I'm not really good at understanding the business needs for other people, but still learning on that and working on that. And so what we have done, decided in the last weeks, month, and so over the strategy is like, we need more tools, showcases, and we need even better documentation. Documentation in a community-driven project is always a little bit difficult because people come and go, and documentation is something that is kind of a living thing. It's like an organism, like code. You can't get a code, make it work once. But if you want to maintain something, a project, it evolves. And the same is with documentation. And until now, documentation, more related technical documentation to developers, for example, how does the Signum JS SDK work? Or how does Signum J work? How does Smart C work? This is, I mean, the very, you have to be very engaged and concentrated and start to understanding and learning a lot of things. So the entry barrier is usually pretty high. And we're working on this together with other business strategies, like in terms of tokenomics and all this stuff, which the last hard fork was a big step in this direction. So what we're doing is trying to improve our current ecosystem on tool basis, like XT Wallet is one part of the strategy. NFT portal is kind of a showcase for that. The upcoming DeFi portal is kind of really merging two things like usability together with showcase, together with utility in terms of like you can trade like a pro, let's say like that, and all this stuff coming together. But there's people, they're kind of more interested in developing, like for example, Deleterium. So Deleterium put up his game, this, for example, the Deleterium, and he said like, I connect this to a wallet, to the XT wallet. So because of that, we had a lot of interaction, and I'm explaining him how to connect the XT wallet and all that. And this is for me as an indicator that the more he has to ask me, the worse my documentation is. And I cannot expect that people are that smart like Deleterium and that have figured it out and have all this, I would say this, this mindset to dig and understand and make re-engineering of the things. So that's a problem. And we have the same problem with the API of our node itself. So the node itself, it runs on a machine, and the usual communication between wallets and all the stuff and the node and other things, they are working on top of an API, an HTTP API. You just like send some commands to that one and say, okay, and expect some returns, or if you post a transaction and all this stuff. So you need to know, it requires a good technical understanding of how to make HTTP requests, how to build your site, that you can do all this stuff. And it's always cumbersome for people who are just starting, saying like, where's the documentation for that? And what we have done so far, I mean, this is like something we never focused on that, but we have this on our mind since a few days or months or weeks.
Sorry,
Yeah, what?
I just want to add that during the develop time, during the develop time, in many occasions, I just did the debug from the code to check what was coming from the functions with the response, or to get the properties names of the things. And for the API doc, I need even to go deep inside the node, Signum node code, to check what's the meaning of each of these fields here. So it was very difficult to know to answer some questions like what happens if we just use 0 as first index, or how the API will respond me with some carries.
Yeah, and in the past, so if we go, for example, I'm just like connected here. You can see that on my screen right now. I'm connected here to one of the public testnet nodes. So if you go there, usually, so it starts up the wallets. You can go there, but there is kind of a undocumented feature. This can you call API doc, and this brings you to that kind of extremely modern and very cool interface with a high degree of user experience. Negatively talk, okay. And you see that's like, wow, what does it mean? So if you go there for the accounts, then you have a lot of things. You don't know exactly what is going. Get account. What's that? Oh, you open something. I can click here and put like, let me see what's going there. This is kind of okay for people who are in it. So but this requires that you know, what does it mean here? And you can even go there. It says like open a get URL. So this is a totally automatically generated documentation from the code inside the node software. So as Deleterium stated out, just like you have to go there to understand what's going on. What does it mean account? What is the format of the account I can put here? Why is that account number? Can I put, for example, I don't know, that address here, which is we call the Reed-Solomon address, and all these things. Of course, I copied wrong. Wrong copied. So I can do that, but it's like trial and error. You need to figure out if that works. If I get, for example, a specific height. Oh, he's giving me something. What does it mean, that height? So I can see how my balance was in the past and something like that. It seems so, and all this stuff. What does that mean? So you need to figure out that and see what's going on here. And there is a lot of semantics behind that, but you need to understand to interact with that. And you see, it's a very vast and very big API. There are several calls to do. It's even not only getting things, but also you can do like transactions. So this bothers people, and it makes it cumbersome to start off. And over the year, and we have to say something about this historically. When this project started was in 2014. So many documentation tools, some of them already existed, others not. And this was kind of a way to, it seems for me, for what I saw from the code, to make kind of an interface for people, for developers to interact more with more comfort with the entire interface. So we said, okay, we have to improve that even more, because we want that more people have better access to the API calls. It even requires that people are still developers or kind of technical, tech-savvy people. But this is one part of the strategy. It's like, if we want to grow, we need to attract developers to work on that. So smart C, writing smart contracts in C is like much better to write this in this assembly language, which is there, or in Java, it's better. Using an SDK, which abstracts away things like Signum.j or Signum.js, it's better. So it's part of this adoption strategy for developers, because when developers come on board, they start to develop applications and say like, okay, let's see how I can do applications with that. And the easier it is to jump in, the better the chance that people start to make something great. Like a lot of people are there around which are very smart and they have cool ideas, but many people even they're just like surrender and say like, oh no, it's too hard to interact with that. Or they're just like too lazy, probably can also be like that. And or they're shy, they're not want to ask us in the Discord channel and all this. So what's the thing right now is this is the old UI or the old interface for the API, and this is the new one. Ta-da! So first thing first, it has a light and a dark theme. This is what's something most important for developers. They want to have all in dark nowadays. So if we go, for example, for get account thing, I can zoom it a little bit probably to see it a little better. So there are kind of a lot of technical information, but there is still a little bit more with it, like saying, get account information like balances, commitment, and token balances of an account. Okay, how does it work? It says this is required, so I can try it. As I'm on the local node, on the test net right now, I just like select, for example, that account and can try it like in the other one. So when it tries, it just returns me a lot of things. It even makes it a little bit difficult to understand what that means for it, but after a while you get used to it and you can see even an example, and there's kind of a schema which explains a little bit more. What is that? The balance NQT means that is the total balance, including commitment and reserved orders. What NQT? Let me see, NQT. So this is because we internally deal with integer numbers, which are better to deal with than with, for example, double precision or whatever. And then you always need to convert, for example, that amounts into what we call Signum. So we have that what we call Planck, and we have what we call Signum. And this is even later also for the quantities of tokens, which have other decimals on that. And then it's even inbuilt right now a quantity converter. So you put that value there inside, and you know, this means that 61,266 in Signum for that account. And there are kind of more information. Here, for example, I have the balance quantity for such an asset and all that. And you can go further. So like, I want to make some commitment that is a part for staking something on top of your hardware rig for mining. Then you can go there, and even something like that, security advice. It's not recommended to pass this parameter to remote nodes because the secret passphrase is something that you want to keep private for you. And so on and so forth. So this is that we have an extent like, I want to know how to join a pool. How does it work? Okay, set reward recipient. I can see that. Of course, you need to go a little bit through, understand the parameters, but I think from the nowadays perspective, it's much easier to interact. And this will be like a living documentation, which will grow. And I even know that it's possible to add more examples, like code examples. So it could be possible that we can like put Signum.js code there inside to get an understanding what is the according call within Signum.js. It's possible to do so. So and then, for example, starting if you want to meet or want to know more about Signum official mining stuff, you go over there and say how that works out. So we're trying to link together the documentations we have spread it all around and try to enrich it with even more information every time, more and more and more and more. So that's the state right now. So as you see, it's like payment. You can see payment functions which are related to. You can even, they're grouped by some of these parameters. You can see what's going on. We can do this and this and that. Saying a little bit more. Of course, it can be even improved, and it should be even improved. But I think the accessibility right now is much better than it was before. Silence.
Yeah, it looks modern.
Yeah.
The important thing it's the living documentation is that every new feature and every change in the code it's only complete when the documentation is also changed accordingly. So once we keep everything in place, then every single step is done together with the documentation. This is the best the best thing we can do.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's because I saw that in the you can say like, why you can annotate your code there inside, and then you have an automatic generator on top of that. But this only works if you follow very strict conventions on certain things, and the way and taking into account when this node software was created, the way it is done. Was done. We cannot simply go there and change that. So, and I figured out that trying to enrich the code with this kind of meta information inside to make it kind of a generator on top of that. There were not even limitations. There were even the API, how it is designed, it even not follows a certain convention we have nowadays when we're talking about that. So just to have an idea, the meta information to build up, generate the documentation, which is still generated, auto-generated documentation, it's based on something that is called Open API specification. So Open API specification, Open API is the de facto standard for documentation APIs. It came up from something called Swagger, which started to build up a system how to can make a tool set around creation and design of APIs. And this turned out to be an Open API specification, which is actually the de facto industry standard for defining APIs, but they're related to a certain concept of API design. And the way we are doing this in our part needed some adjustments, and that was one of the limitations why I could not easily transform this like with meta information. So there is kind of upfront work I'm doing right now, documenting all these methods, but it's right now it's like 85% finished, even more, probably 90. And I expect to release the pull request for review for the other developers for review, the pull request in the beginning of the next week. So this documentation will be available with the next update of the Node software. I don't know how this needs to be aligned. I need to see with the other people of the developers to see when we plan to do so, but we're not talking about months. We are more talking about days or a few weeks only that this will be accessible. And one of the other thing is like together with that, the Signum JS SDK will be tackled next. There are more. I started already on that, but it still lacks a lot of information. One of the things, for example, how to interact with the XT wallet and all this stuff. Working on that. It's a lot of work to do, but for sure it's worth all the work. And that's from my side.
Nice. Okay, please stop sharing the screen. I will give another NFT, this time for our viewers who watch our stream live. This is Adam. This NFT is tied with Adam attention token. So you will get this NFT and 400 these tokens. To get it, you just need to write address to this stream's chat. Who first will write will get this NFT. So, Alistair, how is your presentation? Is it working? You are ready, or no? Or you need a few minutes?
No, it's fine. I can present. This video is going to take a bit longer to upload, but I might as well. There are things I can present so long. Let me share my screen. I just want to check if I've got. Should have permission. Let me just double check here. Share the screen. Yeah.
We have some great feedback from the chat about this new documentation. Holger Pedersen, I think the documentation is quite nicely made, easy to understand the stuff. I like the Swagger-like stuff. Paul Poco, excellent, and thanks, Ohada.
I tried my best. I'm trying my best.
Okay.
Oh no, that's some awesome feedback. I mean, this is another thing I think we should really talk about is how do we bridge all these gaps? There's so many gaps. I mean, since 2017, I've just I spend every moment I have just learning about blockchain and cryptocurrency. And I mean, that's somebody that has time. I don't have kids. I'm not running a family. What just for the average Joe that's still trying to hold the economy. So yeah, I think to have some of these serious chats and try to talk to the mamas and poppers, the laymen, the people that are actually going to use Signum. It's great to have these dev chats and like about APIs and stuff, but for the average guy on the street, it doesn't mean much. So how do we reach out to them? How do we, are they also reaching in, eh? There are guys out there that are looking for solutions. They want to put things together. They realize there's corruption everywhere. And so, but we'll get there. I don't want to break out into a heavy philosophical chat. Let's get back to Signum. The video I've got for you guys here is still busy uploading. It's 40%. So what I'll do, I'll drop it in the channel when it's done. But for now, we're gonna just go through this PowerPoint and I'll just explain what I've got in mind. Let's start the, I think it's F5. There we go. Let's start the slide. There we go. Okay, cool. So I'm starting a 3-part series. It's called a new Signum. Basically because Signum is new. It's actually being built on top of an old, well, not an old blockchain, but an old brand that I think we should talk about, because that brand's also older than Ethereum. And that's something we can hype up a bit later. But so starting from the ground, the bottom of the grass all the way to the top, I'm starting a 3-part mining series on how to build a Signum mining rig for a layman. It's nothing technical, very kind of simple. We're going to focus on the basics. Anybody can ask questions and get involved. It's basically very scalable. Even if you've got a Celeron with 10 gigs of free hard drive space, you can get involved. So what I'm going to do is just go through what my plans are for the series. We're going to start off with obviously the building of the hardware and just what's involved there, and just how to the hardware on the mining rig, and then moving on to the plotting and the mining software. Most people are familiar with computers. We've all used devices in that, where crypto is kind of software. So the real magic starts happening where we do the plotting and the mining. So I think a lot of focus needs to be on that. And it is quite hard because you can't bite crypto. You can't sink your teeth into it like money. So it's like an email in a way. You can't really bite it. So I think that's why it's also very hard to understand, because it's not something tangible. So I like to use metaphors and try to use cases that are good metaphors for what's actually going on. There's more knowledgeable people that have helped me with that, which is really great. And I appreciate people that are more knowledgeable. So lots of people are asking for help, and that's how it works. We go to people that are more knowledgeable than us. So don't feel like, you're asking a silly question. There's always going to be somebody who knows a bit more in one direction. So that's the 3-part series. We're going to do the plotting and mining, and the last one will be tweaking and optimizing, because that can really help. And I'm not, even myself, not so good with that sort of stuff. I still don't fully understand what a mining deadline is, but we can work that all out. There's also commitment, which I'll ask later. It's one question I wanted to have for you guys, is what mining commitment means. So let's move on to the next slide. Here's the hardware I used in the rig. You'll see it in the video. So it's not really entry grade stuff. It was my old gaming machine. Decided to pack it up and turn it into a miner. And those are the specs there. I took the 3D card out because we'll look at using that for more SATA ports. And then you'll see in the video, it's like a rolling rig build. We'll first go through explaining and the building out of the components, and as we need them, I explain them. So it's this kind of doing and learning process, and trying to have fun along the way. These are basically the steps we'd go through. And that's like I was saying, don't forget to have fun along the way, because if we can have fun while we learning and working, it makes it way more enjoyable. Then you want to come back, you get the passion. And so that's for a new Signum. what I'm going to do now is just drop the slide in the Discord quickly, so we can go through that as well. Like, how do you exactly want to turn this to everybody, so everybody can, anyone can access it. Copy the link, and then I'm going to go through onto the Signum Network website, and I've scrolled. This is the home page, so I've basically come to the home page, scroll right down to the bottom, and you've got here all the social contact points where you can get involved with the team and the community. The first one's Discord. Telegram, people might be more familiar with, but yeah, I'd recommend using Discord. It's a good place to come to. So you click on there and then you go accept invites. This is going to pop up and ask me to do it in my basically installed Windows app, but I want to run it through the browser. So I'm going to go cancel. I'm going to continue. Yeah, the reason being is this Moonlight Mining isn't my normal Discord user. This is just for when there's mining and stuff. So yeah, I'm normally obviously on AD2 Star, but this I'll use when there is mining happening, just to create the separation is good. Yeah, so accept the invitation. You can navigate down and just read through all these rules are quite generic. You see them on a lot of Discord servers. It's nothing really specific to Signum. And then yeah, just click on agree to the rules and submit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, this is kind of a mining related thing. So I'm going to scroll down on the side here. I was actually very overwhelmed when I first came to this, but now that I've gotten involved more in Discord and started to use it, it's actually, we need a place for all this stuff. So if you scroll down, you'll get to mining over here, and I'm going to come to just general mining, and I'm going to paste that that link I just had over here. So yeah, I'm going to be building this up slowly. Let's just check. You see that's still 50%. So what I'll do, I'll post this in the main channel when I'm done. When we're done uploading, and yeah, we're going to be layering up more of this stuff, and yeah, just little blocks as we go along. Here's back on the Crypto Defrag website. I did talk about this a little bit last time, and we are going to be using this. I haven't done any updates as of yet. You can see it's still on version 1 over here. But yeah, we have had a few more members. I've spoken to Roger, and he says we can basically store our membership count on Discord. So I'm looking at having a nice little chart over here where you can see our growth and how much we've got on our community. And then obviously Signum is our #1 crypto. We're also looking at some cool tools for that. The one you were talking about this week is just having a nice currency converter where you can convert into the Signum value of any currency, any crypto, where we could just get it back to how much it's worth in Signum or Signa. So yeah, okay. So and then there's one thing I wanted to show you guys as well. With all of this, I'll start talking more about feedback mechanisms and feedback loops. But this right here, you can't even see it. It's got a feedback that I want to work on, and it's basically the stats on this page. So everybody from last week that came to view here, they were part of the reports. Let me just open it up and we can see where everybody's coming from. Let's scroll down here. Here we go. So those were our viewers from last talk and where they came from. So what I'd like to do eventually for Crypto Defrag is have these stats reflecting back on the community, so they can come to the website, and that's basically their value. They're creating that value. And what a lot of marketers do, they hold that information from you. Whereas I feel it's your intellectual property, you navigating the site with your own time, that's your currency. So yeah, I'm going to reflect this back, and we'll start layering up more as we go along. What I'd like to do with once the mining is finished, any rewards we get from the miner, we're going to move on to PTDEX and also move on to trading and just do the whole use case, like go through the whole thing. And yeah, if anybody has any questions along the way, please just don't feel we can, there's no real deadline or want it to be like a very organic rolling kind of process. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much from me. Let me put my video back on. Yeah, so that's pretty much on my side. I must admit I wasn't very prepared this week. There was a lot on the go. We're in the process of moving. I've got to help another mate. He had some theft in his RT firm, quite a big one, and a guy quite high up. So we're just doing an audit and stuff. But yeah, I think our next talk I'll be a bit more prepared. Shot guys, I hope things are going well, and yeah, it's good to be on these talks. I hope we keep them up. Let's have more of them.
Thank you, Alistair. It was a great presentation.
Shot you. Okay.
I do not know how to say it to our viewers, but we have this series of now, I think, Let's Talk Signum 5 series each week, every Sunday. I watched it all how all went, and I see that our how to say viewership is not increasing, that we have maybe several hundred views and 10 maximum 16 people who is watching. So personally I decided to make a few months break with streams, and we will see how all we all organize. I want to invite all people from community who wants to be host or wants to create videos, or I don't know, maybe want to present his project or to promote his NFTs and want to interact with community. You can contact me and I can organize such events. And what to say more? I think we
well, just like I mean it's a pity, man, you're stopping there for some reason, but it seems like it's just like a pause to see. So but nevertheless, from my side, for sure I will create some content the other one or other way. I'm pretty sure that Alistair also will. I'm starting to mixing up languages here, my gosh. That Alistair also will get some stuff out soon, like the video he's just like uploading and other people do so. But yeah, I think this format to make this weekly is hard to maintain. I think so. Hopefully that we can get to a kind of a frequency like monthly wise or something in that way. I know we had the dev meetups in the past. I need to review that format. It was good feedback and all, but it's like always involved with some kind of work and doing all this stuff. And as you said, family-wise, sometimes it's hard to make it. And during the weekend, and there are kind of trade-offs I have to do with my social life, or my physical social life, compared to my virtual social life. So it's always an effort for us to make all these things run. And I thank you for that, Schiffer, that you haven't done so far. I remember that we started with a Burst Talk series in the past, and now it came back a little bit. Hopefully that we can make it run very soon, probably. And if there's something for my side, for sure, there will be something from my side. Ever there's something from my side, then I get back to you. And so, and hopefully we meet once again. So yeah.
Can you, Alistair, stop screen sharing? The screen sharing of. Okay, I think please guys don't leave. I just say goodbye to our viewers.